Let's be honest. Have you ever needed a dental implant, taken one look at the price, and just your heart sinks? Yeah, it's a really common story. Being able to smile with confidence shouldn't feel like a luxury, but a lot of the time, the cost makes it seem that way. Well, today, we're going to unlock a pretty big secret right here in Dallas that could make high-quality implants an actual reality for you. Okay, let's jump in.
First things first, let's talk about the sticker shock. The average price for just one dental implant at a private practice here in Dallas is about $4,500. I mean, that's for a single tooth. For most of us, that number is, well, it's just not going to happen.
And you know, this isn't just some abstract number. It's a real wall for people like Sarah, a Dallas resident who shared her story. That quote was her reality, and it probably felt like a total dead end. And she is definitely not alone. Thousands of people face this exact problem every single year.
Okay, but here's the big question. What if I told you there was a way to get that same top-notch care, but for a tiny fraction of the cost? A way to make that $4,500 price tag just shrink? I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, but stick with me, because it's not. So what is this big secret? It's actually hiding in plain sight, our local dental school clinics. This is where top-tier dental care becomes truly affordable for just about everyone in the community. So what exactly is a dental school clinic? Well, it's a professional clinic where dental students who are already in their final years of training perform procedures. But here's the most important part. Every single thing they do is under the direct supervision of licensed specialist faculty dentists. You're never just with a student. You are always in the hands of experts.
And here in Dallas, we're really lucky. We have some of the best programs in the country. We're talking about the heavy hitters like Texas A&M's College of Dentistry, the world-famous Baylor College of Dentistry, and the residency programs over at UT Southwestern. These are serious centers of dental excellence.
Now, I know the first question on everyone's mind is about quality. Is it safe? Is the work as good as what you'd get in a private practice? Let's just tackle that right now and bust some of the biggest myths out there. This right here is a huge mental shift. The myth is that you're just some kind of test subject for a student. But the reality? You're getting care through a student with an entire team of supervising specialists and expert faculty making sure every single detail is perfect. It's almost like getting a second, third, and fourth opinion all built into one treatment plan. And here's how that safety net actually works. Your treatment plan, it has to be reviewed and signed off on by senior faculty. The procedure itself, there's a licensed professional, a professor, right there in the room supervising every step. There are so many checkpoints built into the process, which, often makes it even more thorough than a super busy private practice.
Okay, let's get back to the money because this visual, wow, it really says it all. On the left, there's that $4,500 price tag from a private practice. Now look at the bar on the right. At a dental school, that same exact procedure averages around $1,100. That is an absolutely staggering difference. We're talking savings of up to 75%.
And it's not just the implant itself. The savings are across the board. Just look at this breakdown. The crown that goes on top, you could save up to 70%. A bone graft, if you need one, up to 67% off. And look at the bottom line, a full mouth restoration. That could cost you $25,000 somewhere else. Here, it could be as little as $3,000 or $4,000. That's life-changing.
And this is not just a made-up example. This is Mike. He was a patient at Baylor. He was quoted over $20,000, and he ended up paying $4,200. But listen to what he says at the end. I felt like I was getting premium care. He saved a fortune, and he felt he received top-quality treatment. That's the whole ballgame right there.
Okay, so at this point, you're probably interested. The quality is there, the price is definitely right, but what does the whole process actually look like? Let's break down the entire journey, from the moment you apply to the day you walk out with your final crown.
So, the whole thing is broken down into these 5 clear phases. First, there's an application and a really thorough evaluation. Then you get into prepping for the surgery. After that is the actual implant placement, which is usually just 1 or 2 appointments. Then comes the most important part, the healing period. And finally, you get your final permanent crown. Seeing it laid out like this makes the whole journey feel a lot more manageable.
All right, so here's the one trade-off you really need to understand. You are trading time for money. The process is slower, and that's on purpose. It's by design. That extra time is what allows for all those faculty reviews and the super careful planning we talked about. So patience isn't just a good idea here, it's a key part of what ensures you get that high-quality result. Now, after hearing all of this, the biggest question is still, is this the right path for you and your situation? So let's do a quick little self-assessment to help you figure that out.
This slide really makes it crystal clear. This path is an absolutely fantastic fit if you're budget conscious, if your schedule has some flexibility, and if you actually appreciate that slower, more thorough approach. On the other hand, if you need this done like yesterday, or if you have severe dental anxiety that requires special sedation, then a private practice might be a better option. It's all about matching the solution to your own personal needs.
So if you're sitting there thinking, yes, this sounds like the answer for me, here's your action plan. It's super simple. Start by doing a little online research on the schools we mentioned. Go ahead and get your old dental and medical records together. That'll speed things up. And then take the biggest step of all. Just schedule that first consultation and screening.
So we'll just end with this thought. We've talked a lot about the costs, the quality, and the process. But what this is really about is what comes after. What would it actually mean for your health, for your confidence, for your everyday life to finally restore your smile at a price that doesn't completely break the bank? That's a really powerful thing to think about.